Hey everyone, Sir Jellybean here, and we are back with the Core Arms Gates of Hell Ostfront with the Warhammer 40k mod, the Indominatus mod, and we are here with the Death Korps of Krieg. So, we are going through the Krieg's Armoury, their arsenal. What do they have available? We have everything here. We can show you all the goodies now. The Krieg are a bit different to the other Imperial Guard forces. They may not seem it when you first pick them, but quite a few differences. And we've got everything that's kind of unique to them or a bit different. Obviously, certain things like Sentinels, no, we've not deployed them because they're basically available to Cadians as well. You know what Hellhound is, all this, but we've got all the unique things here, lots of good stuff. So we'll start from the top with the infantry. Now, Krieg infantry as well are very tough. Standard troops have 450 health, and this obviously goes higher when you get to the more elite forces. They have reduced stamina, but they can also build, obviously they can build foxholes, they can build 2, which is pretty cool. And yeah, they are pretty damn good. Anyway, now your standard lasgun squads is like 97 points. There are multiple variants, but they're very similar. But the good thing about the Krieg is their standard squads come with some pretty good heavy weapons. You get plasma gun, flamer, sometimes a mortar gun. They also come with frag, crack, and smoke grenades. They are pretty damn good. Now, the lasgun is a bit slower than the other ones, I believe. The Lucius pattern, I think it's a little bit more reduced, but it does have some good firepower. And obviously they look absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, the Krieg are classed as defensive doctrine. They are very kind of tough. And I'd say, obviously, a bit slower than your standard troops, but they are hard to fight. But the lasgun squad's definitely a good choice. Definitely kind of meat of the force. Next, we have the light grenadier squad. Also good, a little bit cheaper because they're a smaller squad. They do come with grenade launchers. Now, these grenade launchers are awesome because they are the Lucius pattern number 10 grenade launcher, which is basically the, they like the Vietnam era, is it the Mark 79 grenade launcher? And they come with HE grenades, I believe, just only, but quite potent, and they'll do some good damage. And the AI will use these. Your troops will fire the grenade launcher. You obviously also get lasgunners as well. They have frag. I believe they have crack grenades as well. Crack, smoke, and frag, and those lovely grenade launchers. And they have the lasgun anyway, which is nice, so they can do some good basic fire support. I'll also note with the Krieg's high health, they can take frag grenades. If you look at that guy, the Watchmaster has 600 health, but the 450, they will survive fragmentation grenades, so they're pretty damn tough. Next, I believe, is the Stubber Firebase squad. Now, these guys are just like your other ones, very similar, but they have Stubbers, which are really good. This is the heavy Stubber, and when you get down, it's basically like a brain gun. But you get this as your standard infantry squad. You get 2 of these Stubbers, and you also get some guys with Stubber ammo. The Banana magazine has its name, which makes me laugh. Banana. But yeah, Stubber fire teams are pretty good. I quite like them. They'll do some good damage to infantry. They'll lay down good consistent fire, and they're pretty damn accurate as well. So they're a nice call-in support team. Then we've got an interesting one. It's light autocannon firebase. Now these are pretty good. You get these light autocannons, which aren't the strongest, but they're pretty decent. So basically small autocannons. But they're basically like little anti-tank rifles. They'll do a little bit of damage against armor and vehicles. Light stuff. Not much, but they can pen some light stuff, like trees. And they can obviously hurt infantry as well. They are pretty decent. They do run through the ammo quite quick. I do believe their support brings them some spare ammo. No spare ammo on these guys. Yeah, they're carrying the spare ammo, but you got to kind of micro that a bit, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but it can be quite useful. Next, we have the combat engineers, the boys with the shotguns, and these shotguns are amazing. Now, these are semi-auto. Very good, and a pretty quick reload. You have a nice, I think it's like a bit of like a big chunky mag on it. Or is it a drum mag? Let's have an inspection. Looks a little bit like a drum mag, which is cool. And obviously these are your engineers. You can build a few cool things with the Krieg. You can build erect earth pillboxes, which is nice. Basically those kind of pillboxes. You got your tank ditches, mortar trench. You even have barricades, and obviously your razor wire, things like that. And you can also dig trenches, of course. It's the Krieg. What would you expect? Anything else? They also have explosives. They have the dynamite, as you've seen. So, and these guys are armed with melter bombs. Now, I haven't actually used melter bombs, but very much anti-tank weapons. Let's chuck one, just to show. Where's the melter bomb? Yeet! Frag out. Holy crap, that thing's got some kick. Basically a massive impact grenade. And they obviously have a heavy engineering shovel, which builds that, and they have minesweepers, dynamite, basically the full shebang, wire cutters, basically your bog standard engineers, but the shotguns are really potent. These guys can make a mess of things up close. Very cool. And obviously they look absolutely badass, which is always good. Next on the list, we have the Grenadier Squad. Now, Grenadier Squad's a little bit tougher. I think Combat Engineers are 600 health each, which is nice, so they're a bit tougher than your standard. These guys are also 600 health. A little bit more stamina than your standard guys as well, which are about 80. The Grenadiers are like the first ones armed with Hell Guns as well. So the Hell Gun makes a massive difference. I find the Krieg squad, should I say, a bit underwhelming in combat against other squads. I think it's because their weapons are a little bit slower. These are not. These are obviously Hell Guns, the rapid fire, and the powerful. They also have grenade launchers, which is great. You also get some special weapons, like you've got a nice heavy stubber there. You've got Hellgun, Chainsword. He has 900 health, the Watchmaster. You also get frag and crack grenades, and you also get some RPGs in there. You get a good mix of weaponry with a Grenadier Squad. These are basically like your vets. Fantastic units, really tough to kill. They do cost about 263, oh no, 209, so they're not that expensive. You're talking a little bit pricey, but they're actually really worth it, and they will shred Chaos Forces. Next, we have the Honor Guard. These are very tough. Standard health is 750, 110 stamina. They are tough to kill. Watchmaster's tough. They're all armed with things like Hellguns or heavy stubbers. They do have some special weapons in there. I think they have some anti-tank, but they are very useful, very effective. Lots of grenades, lots of firepower, good chunks of ammo. They even have, that's a light auto cannon, for instance, so you can just run with that like Arnie or the Emperor. These guys are very, 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 very good units, and I like the Honor Guard. They've got the really cool kind of. You start getting like the cool armor with the Grenadiers, but the Honor Guard have, when they stop moving, what the hell are they playing at? Idiots. They've got like full plate armor. It looks a bit like plate, like a carapace armor. So probably armed with carapace, but they look really cool, and you get that cool looking saber as well, which is really nice. Don't know if the saber, is it a saber or is it a? I think it's just classed as a chainsword, which is pretty cool. And also you get the Riser pattern Mark III Hell pistol, which will shred. It's a beast. And then we also get the Company Command Sword. The Company Standard, I believe, gives you really high capture weight, which is great. You also get Plasma, always good. You get a medic in there, I believe. You get Krieg Colonel, and you also get the Voxcaster, I believe. Don't think the Voxcaster actually does anything apart from be there. Don't think the Vox does anything. I can't really remember. As far as I know, but he can. Yeah, I don't think he does much, but still looks pretty cool. And it's good to have the banner there. I think they also the Colonel's pretty damn tough wherever he is. Where's the Colonel? There he is. 950, Krieg Colonel. Doesn't mess around. Pretty damn badass, right? Now I've got individual troops. You have things like the Krieg Light Grenadier. So this is, it says Light Grenadier, but it's Heavy Grenadier. He's got the multiple launch grenade launcher. This thing will, it's definitely worth it for the points. He's like 57 manpower. That thing makes a mess. We've got Flamer teams, which are pretty damn good. Heretic Pattern Flamer. Medical teams, you get 2 medics, your Quartermasters. You've got the Commissar, which is very, very strong. I think, does the Commissar still give that health boost? Let's have a look. We'll find out. Because if he still gives that health boost with the Krieg, it's going to be ridiculous. Yep. So they're up to 1,000 health now. 12, that's what I mean. And then if you run him away, that will drop significantly once he's gone. Where's that standard? No, back to 750. So he boosts them by around 300 health, which is massive. Then we've got Forward Operating Team, which gives you the glorious call-ins. You've got Basilisk Fire Mission, HE, High Explosive. You've got Griffin Smoke, Griffin HE. So you've got quite a lot of good call-ins, and they only cost, Forward Operating Team is around 143 manpower, definitely worth it. You've got Anti-Tank Team, which is pretty cool, basically armed with a Panzerschreck pretty much, Fury Pattern Missile Launcher. Pretty nice weapon. There's some good anti-armor abilities. You've got the Krieg Melter Gun teams, which are invaluable. Can't beat a good old melter. You have the Stubber team, which is armed with La Heavy Stubber, which is really nice, as we've seen before. You have the Adeptus Mechanicus, the AdMech, good for repairs. Very quick for repairs. They're fairly tough as well. You've got Tank Crew, basic guys, armed with pistols and stuff, ready to get in the tanks. You've got the Gun Crew, Artillery Gun Crew, which is nice. You have Primary Psyker, Imperial Psyker, which can fire weird plasma, or is Imperial Psyker Staff for electrification. And we also have the Vindicator Assassin for when you want to shoot someone through a wall. Beast. Really cool. Right, So that's basically the infantry done. Got a lot of nice choice with the Krieg. Very good for sitting in the trenches and doing some absolute attrition warfare. Next, we'll look at the support weapons. Actually, we'll do a special one. In the call-ins, there is one really special one. The Cyclops, which is basically the Goliath demolition vehicle from the game. Obviously, you guys know what 100 kilos of explosive does. But if you don't, I shall demonstrate it for you. Prepare to remove that position. As you can see, it does quite a lot of damage. Even these are very large crater. 100 kilos of explosive will do that. Right. So support weapon wise, you have your smaller ammo arms crate and heavy ammo crate. Obviously that makes sense. Heavy stubber team. So that's 100 manpower, 2 command points. Heavy stubber team is pretty good. I like it. Puts out a good rate of fire. The reload is a little bit slow, but it will shred infantry pretty quick. Dual heavy stubbers is pretty nice. The heavy autocannon, let's put some sandbags out as well, because I know Penguin of Doom will be like, where are your sandbags, Sir Jellybean? Where are the sandbags? And as will every Kriegsman. Sandbags pretty good. So the heavy autocannon's the 5cm autocannon, basically. It's actually pretty good. Just some significant damage. It can pen stuff as well. It's a good all-round autocannon. Pretty slow to tow, so it's good to have a Chimera to tow it, but this thing will make a mess of like APCs and infantry, and can even engage like demons and stuff and put some serious damage down. The Lucius pattern twin link las cannon, right? This thing's quite expensive, so you got 215 for that. 385, but twin links. Just heads up, prepare your eyes. Very potent, as you can see. Just torch that building. Will literally wreck any vehicle. Absolute god tier. Amazing. And its range, just so we know the lascannon's range, is like about 170. Yeah, it's very potent. Next one is an interesting one. This is the heavy mortar. This is 215, but it's is this the standard mortar? Oh, yeah, this is standard mortar, which is 100 mils. That went a little bit off target. That's pretty good. That's just 100 mil mortar. The heavy mortar, which is 255, is a 200 millimeter rocket mortar. Boom. Serious firepower, can cripple vehicles. Very potent. Range is a little bit limited. Range is about, I think it's about 150, I want to say. No. Actually, I got that completely wrong. It's about 200. Okay. Call me wrong. Bam. The quad mortar. Now, this is the beast. This thing's expensive. It's 500 manpower. Why is it good? It's 420 mil shells. Let's just demonstrate. It will shred infantry. It will destroy vehicles. It can stun them. It can destroy light vehicles. It is a beast. And it has a range of about 230, I think. 240. Really good, the quad mortar. Definitely one of my favourites. You can also get it as a call-in with a Chimera. So the quad mortar is just superb. Looks beautiful. Is beautiful. Quick reload time. And you even get white phosphorus. Yes, you get white phosphorus smoke with it as well. So you can cause smoke screens and burn people out if need be. We'll demonstrate that now. If we can. If they load the smoke, it has got a little bit of reload time. But when it's loaded, the smoke is pretty potent. And the fact that it's white phosphorus is really nice. Because obviously anyone hiding in buildings going, you can't get me. Haha, I'm safe. Not for long. Bit of white phosphorus just to torch everything. And give you some nice smoke. Awesome. Also, we have the big lad, which is the siege gun 565. It's the 70cm siege artillery. Very long range, big German gun. Its range is about, I want to say like 400, 500 meters. It's pretty potent. Yeah, it's like 520, 510, yeah. So great counter battery and great for smashing positions at range. Now, the armor. Right, we have some really unique stuff here, some really cool stuff. So we'll start with the Manticore. Manticore's a beast. Now, that is a special call in the Manticore. You can buy it for 970 or you can call it in with forward operators. It fires 4 shots at once of 200mm HE rockets. The max range is... Let's find out. I don't know, let's see. By the way, this thing is a bit potent to just firing stuff off at like really random directions. 300 I want to say, so it's about 300 meters. Just a heads up, these rockets can potentially go anywhere. You've really got to let that circle kick in. And the engines are off on all the vehicles. Let me turn them on. The Manticores there, it does seem to list off to the left a bit, aiming. So we're just going to aim there, right? 3, 2, 1, fire. So it fires all 4, like a bit like Big Katusha. 280mm rockets. Something like that. They're very potent. 200mm rockets, basically what your heavy mortar's firing. Very powerful. Reload time's pretty slow, but it's a great bombardment vehicle. Next, we have the Lehman Russ Demolisher. Now, the Krieg have the Demolisher. Oh, that's not clicked it for some reason. What the hell? That was weird. So the Demolisher is great because you get that 250mm Demolisher cannon. Only has HE rounds, but it's very potent. I'll show you this. Even though that did... Oh, that was armor piercing. I thought this had... This one's got armor piercing. Is this the... This is the Demolisher. This is the later variant. And normally has a HE, I think. But still very potent. This will knock out tanks. This one comes with las cannon, plasma cannons, the full shebang. Demolishers have 180 hull armor, turret armor 200. Obviously it's mixed. That tank cost, that Demolisher is quite expensive. That is the 731. There is other... So that's a pretty good all-round tank, the Demolisher. That one's got armor piercing. I don't really tend to use that one much. I tend to use the HE one. We have the Laser Destroy Tank Hunter. Destroy Tank Hunter with this huge laser. 695 manpower. Thing's an absolute beast. Now, this Laser Destroyer is god tier. Let's turn the engine on. Turn on? No. No. Doesn't want to turn on. Okay, try again. There we go. Right. Let me just demonstrate Laser Destroyer. This thing will wipe out any tank. It is, like, basically super heavy killer. Its range is pretty potent as well. It's like 230. It's got pretty quick recharge time, and you get a little bit of a... You get pintle-mounted stubber as well, which is not bad. Really good tank. Now, this is the other Demolisher, which I believe is the multi-mounted flamer. 700 manpower. This one has the HE rounds. No, is it arm piercing? Oh. Oh, I thought they were HE. Well, I got that wrong. Anyway, they still got quite a lot of kick. I like this one because the multi-melter. You get up close, that will shred. The flamers are good, but the AI doesn't tend to shoot them far. The AI only tends to shoot them close. Obviously, if you get on the flamer, you can whip them round and get quite a lot of distance out of the flames, so you can really torch a lot of infantry. Demolishers also have that nice dozer blade. This one does, the engineering variant, which is really cool. Then we have the Destroyer Tank Hunter, which is one of my favourites. This thing's 575 manpower. Basically just comes with a Demolish cannon. Basically like Laser Destroyer, Demolisher and Stubber. Really good, decent. 180 max hull health. Nice compact vehicle. And good smoke launchers. Really cool. I think the smoke launchers on this are... These don't even have them. Whereas this one, I think it's the same as well. Cool smoke launchers. I believe the white phosphorus as well, so do be careful with them. The new tank, the Ragnarok, this beast. Now this is basically like a KV-2's turret mixed with a Lehman Russ body. It's basically their variant. It's a homemade Krieg tank. It's mentioned in the books, and I believe this model is from Epic from back in the day. So well done to whoever made this. So 120mm main battle cannon. You've got high X armor piercing, smoke, which is nice. You've got las cannons. One thing I do like, you've got these side basically sponsors that are on the top, so they can put in quite nicely, and I think they can turn all the way. Can they turn all the way? No. So you got these like homemade sponsors, which is kind of cool. The Ragnarok is basically a homebrew tank. Very, very cool. But it's nice. It does have strong armor, 180 and 200. It's pretty tough. But you can definitely... It's basically their version of the Russ. I wouldn't say it's any better than the Russ, maybe. But you can get it as a calling, which is nice. And you can buy it for $690. So it is a little bit pricey, but it does come with some good firepower. The las cannon. It's one of the few tanks of the Krieg that actually has a las cannon on the front. The Executioners do, but a lot of the other variants don't. So it's nice to have it. And then we have the Hellhammer. This is the Baneblade, but basically with the Hellhammer siege gun. This thing costs now 1,645 manpower. It is a beast. So you've got the Hellhammer main gun, 400 mils. Beast. You've got the autocannon. You've got the Demolisher. Your las cannon to the left. Las cannon to the right. You have heavy bolter left, double. You have heavy bolter right, double, and you have heavy bolter centre. And then you also have smoke grenades. This thing will literally stop an entire assault by itself. And the Hellhammer main gun doesn't take that long to reload. Just want to check what the actual range is on that thing. It's not that far because it's more of a siege vehicle. Oh, can't even get the range on it, actually. I'll look personally. I'll do this one personally. It's pretty far, actually. Ooh. It's not doing it. It seems to get there and then come straight back. It's about 170 by the looks of it, but we'll test it. It launches, it like lobs the shell, which is really good. That thing will basically take out anything. It is an absolute beast. So yeah, that is the Krieg roster. You also have Call-ins. You got the Cyclops, the Bane Wolf, which is basically like a Hellhound but with Chem. It's nice. Basilisk Creeping Barrage. I will show the Creeping Barrage off because the Krieg Artillery Creeping Barrage is pretty good. So push it this way, and then you execute it. You get the smoke, and it shows you where it's going to go, which is really cool. You also can get a Ragnarok, quad launch with Chimera Dozer Blade with Krieg Grenadiers. Krieg Trench Assault Team is pretty good. I'll bring those guys up just to show the size of the force. It's pretty big. You also can bring a Manticore with forward operators, or Destroyer with the laser cannon las cannon destroyer, or the Destroyer with the Demolisher cannon. But the Creeping Barrage is pretty damn cool. Great for ripping through minefields and ripping up those defences. And obviously you can direct it to take out trench lines and all sorts of stuff. It's a really nice artillery strike. Definitely carpet bombs a position. Nice to see. It's very cool. And I believe on the barrages you have Basilisk Creeping Barrage here, but basically your typical stuff. It's all very similar. And you have Griffin Barrage, which I believe is just standard. Then you have the Smoke one. And the smoke's pretty good as well. I'll just chuck that down just to show you if you need some smoke. It's pretty good. And I think that's about it. That's it. Well, obviously it's all be time stamped, but if you got this far, so hopefully you think. There is Basilisk. There's obviously the Hydra Flak tank. They have access to quite a few tanks. I would say one of my favourites is the Lehman Russ with the triple heavy bolters, because this thing will just literally shred with triple heavy bolters. Really good against infantry. And here comes like smoke. Don't think this one's white phosphorus, so a bit safe for your troops, but it's very cool. And I think that is everything covered. I think that's the entire Krieg Armoury, and obviously you have the standard Imperial Guard stuff as well that we've covered in other videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been lovely bringing it to you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a beautiful evening.